Hi, my name is D'Angela Haynes. I am an author of several books. However, I came on tonight just to say check on a teacher, check on an educator. As Throughout this season of prayer and consecration and things like that, one of the things my heart goes out to is teachers. And I'm an educator myself, and I know this is the season where many of us, I'm not going through anything, but on behalf of other teachers, many of educators and teachers are at a point where it is like almost that burnout season. And whatever you can do, reach out to a teacher, reach out to an educator, provide encouragement, because you do not, what you don't believe, sometimes people don't believe that education or teaching is as what they refer to as a real profession or a real job. But that is far from the truth. It is one of the main jobs and one of the main top professions that all other professions, are able to thrive and to flow in. Without a teacher, you can't be anything else. And so what we must do is that we must encourage teachers. Sometimes students will come home and they'll say, oh, the teacher did this, or the teacher just gave me this grade, or the teacher hurt my feelings, or various things like that. But one thing you will know as a parent is that you know your children, and also you send us who you have. You send us the best that you have. And it is our job to educate them, to empower them, to prepare them as future leaders, present and future leaders. And so don't just allow students, don't just allow your children to come home and bash. I'm not telling you that every person that flows in this profession is here because they have a passion to teach or a heart to teach. But many people who are teachers and educators are given of their resources, their family time, their mental energy, their mind, their focus. And sometimes they have the hearts of your children. They have the lives and the hearts of your children upon their heart. They go home praying for your children, buying things, all these things. But my focus tonight is to encourage an educator to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for pouring out and pouring into the lives of children. Without you, we can't make it. And I often think about it. Almost out of 10 months out of the year, teachers and schools have your children. Pretty much only maybe 2 months, maybe a month and a half, if that. If there's no summer school or other educational or extracurricular activities. But students are in the lives or in the hands of teachers for almost 10 months. And so I think it is awesome and a time for us to really appreciate those people who are training and molding and shaping and forming and helping to build up and to empower the leadership of your children. And so let's do a better job at encouraging teachers. Sometimes we often hear, we don't have this in the budget to give to you. And many of them are pulling from their own resources, financial resources, to make sure that pencils are in place. And I often tell students that, your parents are here providing your shoes, your clothes, and, you may be worried about or concerned about the Air Jordans or the air that's on your feet, but we're trying to feel the air that's in your mind, it's in your head. We're trying to give you things that will help propel you into becoming great entrepreneurs, to be innovative, to be creative, so that they can make their own shoes. And so whatever we can do, let's encourage teachers. Let's encourage educators, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, janitorial staff, clerical staff, anybody that you know works in the educational system. Do whatever you can to encourage. Send a note. Send some extra paper. Sometimes I know when you look at those lists at the beginning of the year, the supply list, and you say, man, I tell you, I think those people just trying to make us buy all this stuff to put in their classrooms. But I tell you, with all these viruses and flus and all these various things going around, tissue is needed. other things are needed in the classroom because it goes. We have children sometimes who parents don't provide because they don't have the means to provide. So we are trying to make sure that they have. Thank a teacher. Encourage a teacher. Check on the teachers. Not that I'm discouraged. No, I'm here to encourage those my coworkers. Anybody who knows me will know that whenever I come, I try to bring forth life. I try to bring forth the light. I try to shine and be positive wherever I am. However, it's not enough for one person to do. Parents, you got to help us. Encourage a teacher. Tell them thank you. Uh, Send them on to get a free meal somewhere. Do whatever you can, because I'm telling you, this is the time where many are being burnt out. This is the time where we've seen a lot of high turnover rates and absenteeism, and people are just tired. And it's not enough for them to become sick or depressed or going through mental anxiety because of the pressures. I mean, this upcoming season is going to be testing and all kinds of things. And there are a lot of pressures coming from above and from below. Above, administrative, district, various things are coming from above. That pressure is coming from above. But also they're being sandwiched by students and behavior issues and discipline issues, and as well as their own personal needs and the needs of the family. So they're being sandwiched. So let's make sure we help to take the pressure off many of our educators. Be encouraged, and I'm going to open up some requests and things that if you have requests, please send them to my inbox. Any teacher that has requests, I'm not asking you for any personal information, but if you say, hey, you know what? I just need prayer. Pray for my mind. Pray for peace. Pray that we'll do well for, on our testings or whatever. But we need to pray. We need to intercede for many teachers all around. Some are not being paid enough. From the local to the state to the national level, we've seen various moves and walkouts and all these things and protests. But we got to make sure that we're putting into action those things that have been given as requests on behalf of teachers. We don't need teachers to quit. If anything, you need them to go forward, to encourage and to build your children. You send us the best that you have, and I promise you, we will empower them and send them back better. Be encouraged, teachers.